Nicho jati nicho sangi patitaram.
Kupeshaya kupe pari gonainu janam.
Lushaya kupe pari gonainu janam.
Sanātana Prabhu caraṇe dhariyā.
Tabe Sanātana Prabhu caraṇe dhariyā.
Daina dinati kore Dante tṛṇa.
Daina dinati kore Dante tṛṇa.
Nicho jati nicho sangi patita adam.
Nicho jati nicho sangi patita adam.
Kupeshaya kupe pari gonainu janam.
Lushaya kupe pari gonainu janam.
Sanātana
tabe.
Thereafter.
Sanātana
Gosvāmī.
Prabodhānanda
Of Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu.
of Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu. Caraṇe.
The lotus feet.
Dhariyā. Catching. Dhariyā. Humility. Vinati. Bowing. Kore. Does. Dante. In the teeth. Tṛṇa.
A straw.
Loya. Taking.
Nicho
jati.
Born of a low family. Nicho sangi. Associated with low men. Patita. Fallen. Adam. The lowest. Kupeshaya kupe. In a well of material enjoyment. Pari. Having fallen down. Goainu. I have passed. Janama. My life. Translation. Putting a straw in his mouth and bowing down, Sanātana Gosvāmī clasped the lotus feet of Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu and humbly spoke as follows. Sanātana Gosvāmī said, I was born in a low family, and my associates are all low-class men. I myself am fallen, and am the lowest of men. Indeed, I have passed my whole life fallen in the well of sinful materialism.
tabe Sanātana Prabhu caraṇe dhariyā. Daina dinati kore Dante tṛṇa. Nīc jati nīc sangi patita adham. Kubushaye kupe pori goainu janam. This is Bengali language. Children must stop. Sanātana Gosvāmī approaching Caitanya Mahāprabhu. He was minister in the government of Namabusensa, the then Pathan government in Bengal. So since he met Caitanya Mahāprabhu, he decided to retire from political life and join this movement. So there is a long history. When he wanted to resign, the Nawab became very angry because Nawab was depending on him for the ruling of the kingdom. He was free, but when Sanātana Gosvāmī proposed to retire, he became very much disturbed. Long history. So anyway, he escaped from the government service, and with great difficulty he approached Caitanya Mahāprabhu when he was at Varanasi, Benares. So, now he is Acharya. Sanātana Gosvāmī is Acharya. Acharya Vijanya, Manga Vijanya, Acharya Upasanam. this is the recommendation of Vedic knowledge. One should worship the Acharya. So Sanātana Gosvāmī was made Acharya. Haridas Thakur was made Acharya. Acharya means one who knows the meaning of Shastra, personally behaves according to the Shastra, and teaches his disciple accordingly. He is called Acharya. So, Sanātana Gosvāmī is teaching us by his personal behavior how to approach Guru. That he is teaching. tabe Sanātana Prabhu's caraṇe dhariyā. To approach Guru, the first business is surrender. That is everywhere in the Vedic literature. That is the process. Tad vijñānātham sa gurumeva avigacchēt samitmani srotriyam brahmanishtham. In the Bhagavad-gīta also, Kṛṣṇa says, tad vidhi pranipātena pariprasnena sevaya upadakshanti tad jnanam jnanina tattvadarshina. First of all, Guru means tattvadarshi, one who knows the absolute truth. He is Guru. Absolute truth is Krishna. Matta parataram nanyat kinchijasti dhananjaya. All previous acharyas, modern acharyas, they accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality of God. In India, there are, at the present moment, within 1,000 years, all the acharyas who invented Rāmānucārya, Madhyacārya, Nimbarka, even Shankaracārya, all accepted Krishna as the Supreme Personality of God. So, here Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu, he is also Krishna. Śrī Kṛṣṇa Caitanya Radha Kṛṣṇa nahi anta. He has appeared as devotee. He appeared first of all as the Supreme Lord Krishna, and he instructed Bhagavad-gīta to the fallen souls, and he asserted his lordship, sarva-dharmān parityajya ekaṁ śaraṇaṁ. But puffed up so-called learned scholars and men of position, they declined, why shall I surrender to Krishna? Therefore, Krishna himself as devotee of Krishna appeared. That is Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu. Caitanya Mahāprabhu is Krishna himself by his teaching how to approach Krishna. And his disciples, they are also teaching the same philosophy. There is no difference between Krishna's philosophy and Caitanya Mahāprabhu's philosophy. It is not that we can manufacture some philosophy. That is nonsense. Philosophy is one. Religion is one. Everyone has to follow. There is no second alternative. That is the preaching about mam ekaṁ. Not that whatever you like you can do. No. That is not. Mam ekaṁ. simply Kṛṣṇa. There are some missionaries, they say that you can manufacture your own way of worship, and whatever you accept, that is all right. These bogus things are not accepted by the acharyas. Mam ekaṁ. Kṛṣṇa. Kṛṣṇastu Bhagavan Swayam. If you want to understand what is Bhagavan, that is Kṛṣṇa. Bhagavan. Religion means to understand Bhagavan. The other day we were consulting dictionary. Religion means the process by which we can understand the supreme controller. There is a supreme controller. As in every department, in every state, every affair, every business, every institution, there is a controller. That you have got experience, practical. Without controller, nothing can be properly discharged. Controller is required. So, the Shastra says that controller or ruler is the same, and the Sanskrit synonym is Ishvara. Ishvara means controller, a ruler. So there are different kinds of controllers according to time, sphere. Just like in your country, the president is the controller. In other country, somebody is controller. So there are many hundreds and thousands of planets within this universe, and each and every planet there is a controller. The sun planet, there is a controller. His name is Vibhushan, that we find. Similarly, the moon planet, there is a controller. Every planet there is controller. And above all of them, there is another supreme controller of the universe, the Brahma. And there are many millions of Brahmandas or universes. So there are controllers. But so far Krishna is concerned, he is described in the Shastra, Brahma Samhita, Ishvara Parama Krishna. There are controllers, but the supreme controller is Krishna. Ishvara Parama Krishna. Ishvara means controller. Satchidananda Vigraha, he is form. He has form. Bhagavan means with form. We see the form here. Vigraha. Vigraha means form. But his form is different from ours. He is Satchit Ananda. His form is eternal. This form is not eternal. We have to give it up. We have to accept another form according to our karma. Tatha dehantara prapti. But Krishna hasn't got to do that. He is in his original form. He has got many forms, expansion, but his original form is Krishna with two hands and flows. Venum kannantang araminda dalayatakstam varahamatang samasitam buddhasundarangam kannatpakoti kapaniya visesha subham govindamātam tamaham. Krishna's symbolic representation is always playing on flute. And varahamatang, we tell him, peacock feather. These are described in the Vedic literature. It is not that we worship Kṛṣṇa as imaginary form of God. No. As the Mayavadis, they say that you can imagine any form of God. No, that is not the fact. God has his original form, real form, Satchidananda Vigraha, Anadi-radi Govinda sarva-karana. So, if we understand, if we want to understand Kṛṣṇa, interested, because Kṛṣṇa cannot be understood very easily. It is not Manusyanam sahasreshu kaschid jatati siddhaya jatatam api siddhyanam kaschid veti mam tat. Kṛṣṇa says, out of many millions of persons, one is interested how to become siddha. Siddha means liberated, one who is not entangled with this material atmosphere. He is called siddha. So, out of many millions of people, one may be interested how to become free from this material entanglement. And jatataṁ siddhyanam, and out of many such siddhas, one may understand Kṛṣṇa. Kaschid veti mam tat. So it is not so easy to understand Kṛṣṇa. But when Kṛṣṇa comes personally as a devotee and shows us the ways and means how to approach Kṛṣṇa, then it becomes easier. That is Chaitanya Mahāprabhu. So if we follow the methods, the method prescribed by Kṛṣṇa is very easy, but still, because we misunderstand Kṛṣṇa, therefore if we go through the mercy of Chaitanya Mahāprabhu, then we can easily understand Kṛṣṇa. That is recognized by Rupa Gosvāmī, the younger brother of Sanātana Gosvāmī. Two of them were ministers. So Rupa Gosvāmī has described Namo mahā-vadānyāya Kṛṣṇa prema-pradayati Kṛṣṇāya Kṛṣṇa Caitanya-candrāmṛta Gauratya Namaha. He said, Chaitanya Mahāprabhu, you are Kṛṣṇa. Now this time you have appeared as Kṛṣṇa Caitanya in order to give everyone Kṛṣṇa. Kṛṣṇa made some condition. Sarva-dharmān parityajya ekaṁ śaraṇaṁ. But here now as devotee of Kṛṣṇa, you are distributing Kṛṣṇa without any condition. Therefore, mahā-vadānyāya, you are the most munificent incarnation. So, somehow or other, Sanātana Gosvāmī, he became attracted to Chaitanya Mahāprabhu. He resigned his ministerial post and he has come to surrender to Chaitanya Mahāprabhu while he was in Benares. Therefore it is said, tabe Sanātana Prabhu caraṇe dhariyā. So when he approached Guru, our first condition is that we must be humble and surrender. Praṇipāta. Prakṛṣṭa-rūpeṇa-nipāta. Then sevā, to serve his spiritual master. Yasya prasādād, to gain his favor. Yasya prasādād, bhagavat-prasādo. This is the process. The Chaitanya, Sanātana Gosvāmī is teaching how to approach Guru. So very humbly. Dante tṛṇa, loya. In India, the system is that to symbolic representation of humbleness is to take one piece of grass in the mouth, then it is to be understood that he is coming very submissively. Now this system is not current, but formerly it was. So Prabodhānanda Sarasvatī also said like that, Dante nidhāyati nakam padayo nipatya parityajya kāku-śatam brahmāmi. He was the devotee of Lord Caitanya Mahāprabhu, and he also taught us how to preach Krishna consciousness, becoming very humble. Humble, and Caitanya Mahaprabhu has also instructed us, tirādapi sunecena tarorapi sahisnuna amarina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. This time, Kali Yuga is very, very fallen. People are very, very much fallen. Mandasa mandamatayo. Practically 10% of the population at the present moment, they are manda. Manda, manda means of low value or very bad manda or very slow. There are several meanings of manda. In this age, all the people, they are manda. Manda sumandamata. And because they are generally very bad, everyone has got a process of spiritual realization. First of all, they are not interested. Manda. Our real value of life, human being, means spiritual understanding. This human life is meant for spiritual understanding. Athāta brahma jignāsa. Absolute truth. That is the only business. But on account of being manda, we have invented so many other occupational duties. That is, according to, that is a fact, not according to Vaishnava philosophy, but that's a fact. We may improve the standard of living condition. The living condition, that is bodily concepts of life. I am sitting in this comfortable singhasan. That's all. I can sit down also on the floor. It does not make much difference according to time, circumstances. So, life, so we are combination of spirit and matter. This body is matter, and the moving force which is moving this body, that is spirit soul. So we are manda, we are so dull that the highest learned man and the so-called scientists and philosophers, they cannot understand this distinction. They think this body is everything, but that is not the fact. Body is not everything. The moving power of the body is the spirit soul. We are repeatedly trying to convince people this simple truth, but they are so dull-headed, they cannot understand. So they have been described as animals. This Shastra, they say, Jasātma buddhi kunapi dhātuki, one who is in this bodily concept. Jasātma buddhi kunapi dhātuki, sadhik kalatradhisu bhoma, this is my country, bhoma. I am born in America or I am born in India. It is my life. How long you remain America? How long you remain India? They do not know. But they are mad after this conception of life, bodily conception of life. Bhoma jadhi jatirtha buddhi salile na karichi. People in every community, religious community, there is tirtha. Tirtha, one holy place. So they go, they take bath, just like in India, they go to Haridwar or Vrindavan or Prague, take bath in the Ganges or Jamuna. Similarly, Christians, they go to take bath in the river Jordan. So everyone has got Jatirtha buddhi salile. Natat janeshu avijneshu sayeva gokha. This kind of life is gokha. Go means cows and kharo means asses. Without understanding the value of life, natat janeshu avijneshu, without associating with avijna, learned, spiritual master, if he passes his life this understanding, then he is no better than the cows and asses. This is the matter. So therefore, Sanātana Gosvāmī, he is very learned man in that time, because it was Mohammedan time. They used to learn very nicely Arabic and Persian language. Just like during British period we had to learn English. Similarly, the state language was somewhere Arabic and somewhere Parsi, sometimes they are called mixed. That is called Urdu. So he was learned scholar. And he was also born of very nice Brahmin family, Sanātana Gosvāmī. Sarasvatī. So, born in Brahmin family, well educated, minister, everything. But he presents himself Nīc jati, Nīc sangi, patita adham, kupishay kupe pori kwai. He has understood that the so-called bodily conception that I am rich man, I am very learned man, I am Brahmin or I am American, these are useless, understand. One who understands like that, he is Sanātana Gosvāmī, he is a Nīc jati, the bodily conception of life, Nīc jati. Nīc jati, Nīc sangi. Why the bodily concept of life? Because the association is bad. At the present moment, we do not get any education or good association to understand our real identity. That is the difficulty. Therefore he says, Nīc sangi, patita adham. Adham means the lowest of the mankind. Patita means fallen. If one does not understand his real interest, he is called fallen. So what is our real interest? By evolutionary process, after going through so many forms of life, Jalajanavalakkhani, Sthavaralakkavinsati, Kirmayurudra Sankhaka, in this way, 8 million forms of life, and we have got this human form. So this life is specially meant for athāta brahma jigyasa, simply to understand our spiritual identity, the absolute truth. That is the only business. But we have got the intelligence more than the cats and dogs. They cannot inquire about the spiritual identity. And if we keep ourselves in darkness without understanding our spiritual identity, then we are no better than the dogs and cats. That's what he said, Nij Jati. I have no information about this thing. Nij Jati, just like dog, it is a class. The Nij. Of course, in your country, dog is very pet. Now we are learning also in India. We have to keep a dog and become aristocratic. So now there is big dog show in New Delhi. But actually, in India, although dog was not neglected, in a neighborhood if there is a dog, people will give him food, but not allowed to enter into the house. They will be not allowed. The dog is also tṛṇa. They will come to your door and sit down and move his tail. Give me some food, and people will give him. But he is not allowed to enter. The dog, chandala, is not allowed. So, there is distinction, caste distinction, according to spiritual advancement. These Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, these are higher class or lower class, according to the spiritual understanding. But one who is elevated in spiritual understanding, he is Brahman. Brahma janati iti Brahman. Brahmana does not mean simply, of course in this age, Brahmana means vipratte sutrameva hi. That is also predicted, that if you get one sutra, one thread, one piece worth, and get it on your body, then you become a Brahman. No, that is not. Brahman is a qualification. Satta samadama titikkhar java jnanam vijnanam astikam brahma karma sabha. So, these things are being lost. Therefore, in the Kali Yuga, practically everyone is a Shudra, Patita Adham, Naradhama. In the Bhagavad-gīta also it is said, Navaga duskitinam mudha prabodhanti navaga. Because people at the present moment are very, very low grade, nijjati, nishsangi, fallen and naraga. The same thing is stated in the Bhagavad-gīta. Navaga duskitinam mudha prabodhanti naradha. Those who are narada, lowest of the mankind, and very, very sinful, duskritina, mudha, understand, they do not surrender to Krishna. So to surrender to Krishna, it requires a little qualification, and that qualification Sanātana Gosvāmī wanted, and therefore he has approached Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu. We can follow his footprint. He is an acharya, but it is essential. Don't be assured that you are very highly elevated person without Krishna consciousness. Everyone, this is a challenge. Everyone is low-born, everyone is niche and badly associated, fallen, and the lowest of the mankind. Because he is missing the chance of understanding Krishna in this human form life, and nobody knows what is going to be next life. So it is a very risky civilization without any understanding of Krishna. Be careful, and those who have taken to Krishna consciousness execute the Krishna consciousness business very cautiously, so that we may not fall down. There is risk of fall down. But if we stick to Krishna's lotus feet, māmeva ja prapaddante māyāmetāṁ tadanti, then there is no fear. Thank you very much.